Good morning, children. Saira. Welcome back to the yet another class of English Literature First Flight. Today, we are going to start up with a new chapter. Chapter, indeed, a poem. Poem Tale of the Custard Dragon by Ojan Nosh. Children, before starting with the description of the poem, let's have a small introduction. And before introduction, I will like to have or I would like to catch your attention for a simple question that have you ever thought of a fantasy world? Fantasy world means have you ever imagined that far away from our lives somebody might be ready to help you as a superhero or a superpower? Have you ever done this, children? I hope you all must have done this. And maybe you might have imagined that we shall also become like the superheroes or the superpowers, just like Superman or Batman. So let's actually find out that whether this poem, Tale of the Custard Dragon, is actually revealing a superpower or a superhero, or just a small human being or a creature supporting superpowers. The Tale of the Custard Dragon, Class 10th English. This poem is written in the style of a ballad, a song or a poem that tells a story. Children, you must be familiar with ballads that narrate tales of courage or heroism. This poem is a humorous ballad close to parody. Now, let's enjoy the poem. Belinda lived in a little white house with a little black kitten and a little grey mouse and a little yellow dog and a little red wagon and a yellow trulio little pet dragon. Now the name of the little black kitten was Ink, and the little grey mouse she called him Blink, and the little yellow dog was sharp as mustard, but the dragon was a coward and she called him Custard. Custard the dragon had big sharp teeth and spikes on top of him and scales underneath, mouth like a fireplace, chimney for a nose, and Realio Trualio daggers on his toes. Belinda was as brave as a barrel full of beers, and Ink and Blink chased lions down the stairs. Mustard was as brave as a tiger in a rage, but Custard cried for a nice safe cage. Belinda tickled him. She tickled him unmerciful. Ink, Blink, and Mustard, they rudely called him Percival. They all sat laughing in the little red wagon at the Realio Trualio cowardly dragon. Belinda giggled till she shook the house, and Blink said, "Weak," which is giggling for a mouse. Ink and Mustard rudely asked his age, when Custard cried for a nice safe cage. Suddenly, they heard a nasty sound, and Mustard growled, and they all looked around. "Meouch!" cried Ink, and "Ooh!" cried Belinda, for there was a pirate climbing in the window, pistol in his left hand, pistol in his right, and he held in his teeth a cutlass bright. His beard was black, one leg was wood. It was clear that the pirate meant no good. Belinda paled and she cried, "Help, help!" But Mustard fled with a terrified yell. Ink trickled down to the bottom of the household, and little Mouse blinked strategically mousehold. But jumped little Custard, snorting like an engine, clashed his tail like irons in a dungon. With a clatter and a clank, and a jangling squirm, he went at the pirate like a robin at a worm. The pirate gaped at Belinda's dragon and gulped some grog from his pocket flagon. He fired 2 bullets, but they didn't hit, and Custard gobbled him every bit. Belinda embraced, Mustard licked him. No one mourned for his pirate victim. Ink and Blink in glee did gyrate around the dragon that ate the pirate. But presently up spoke little dog Mustard. I had have been twice as brave if I had been flustered. And up spoke Ink and up spoke Blink. We had have been 3 times as brave, we think. And Custard said, I quite agree that everybody is braver than me. Belinda still lives in her little white house with her little black kitten and her little grey mouse and her little yellow dog and her little red wagon and her realio trualio little pet dragon. Belinda is as brave as a barrel of beers, and Ink and Blink chase lions down the stairs. Mustard is as brave as a tiger in a rage, but Custard keeps crying for a nice safe cage. This is the poem, children, that portrays a small, sweet idea of imagination. And what is that idea of imagination? Can any one of you tell this or actually think about this? This little cute poem tells us about the little girl's pet association. Now, when we talk about pet association, so how many pets in the house? Just let's recall a little black kitten and a little grey mouse, a little yellow dog, and Realio Trualio little pet dragon. So how many pets are there? There are 4 pets. Okay, children, a kitten, a mouse, a dog, and a dragon. Now the poet says. Now, by the way, when we are talking about poet, actually, who is the poet and who has written such a beautiful poem? So, let's have a look at the poet. The poet of this poem is Ogden Nash. And some of the details about Ogden Nash. Frederick Ogden Nash, born on August 1902 till May 1971. Was an American poet who was well known for his light verse, of which he wrote over 500 pieces. With his unconventional rhyming schemes, he was declared the country's best known producer of humorous poetry. Children, this poet, the poet of this genre, that is Ogden Nash, has written many humorous poems and has been awarded for his unconventional rhyming scheme pattern. That is, this poet was famous for his flawless rhyming scheme pattern woven in the words of poetry, woven in the pattern of poetry with the beads of rhyming scheme. Children, when we talk about poem, not stretching this to too much far and detail, the basic ornament of a poetry is considered as the rhyming scheme as well as the literary or devices or the figure of speeches used. And you can see that in this poem, the poet Ogden Nash has actually made use of beautiful rhyming scheme which actually does not interrupts or actually continues makes the continuity of the poem. It keeps on connecting from one point to another. So, such a beautiful poem shall not be missed by anyone. And yes, in the end, this humorous poem, which weaves, or you can say, which knits the ideas, dreams, fantasy and ideologies together, is really a work appreciated by many readers. So, children, we can say that Arjun Nash is a poet of revering humor. So, let's continue with the explanation. In this first stanza, when we talk about Belinda and her house and the creatures living with her, there are four creatures. She has named her black kitten as Ink, the little grey mouse as Blink, the yellow dog as Mustard, and the covered dragon as Custard. Now, she used to trickle her in an unmerciful manner. Ink, Blink, and Mustard, they rudely called him Percival. So, when we are talking about this poem, where out of the four creatures, three are actually mourning about their bravery. Three are mourning about their bravery, and only one creature, that is a tiny creature, the dragon, he is shown coward. And the three, along with Belinda, try to boost him, but the dragon craves actually has a craving for a cage. He is a coward. He proved that he wants a cage for his safety. Despite of the fact that dragons are ferocious, strong animals, but over here his image has been portrayed as a coward one. So, when we talk about and we discuss furthermore, the description of Custard's physical appearance seems quite surprising to the readers, as it has been shown as carrying all the features of a dragon that makes dragon powerful, scary, and brave. It has big sharp teeth, spines on its back that could easily scare someone. Dragons are full of fire, rage, ferocious, and courage. Custard also has the ability to spit fire, which makes its mouth look like a fireplace, showing his power. And his nose becomes the chimney through which the smoke comes out from the fire in his mouth. Custard's toes are so pointed and sharp that they could cut anything like a dagger. Dagger. I hope you all know what is a dagger, children. Dagger is a sharp knife. Moving ahead, all the members of the house except Custard are very brave, as portrayed in the poem. As portrayed in the poem. Belinda's bravery has been compared to the bravery of many bears combined together. It has been portrayed by the poet Arjun Nash that Belinda is as brave as, as many bears. Ink and Blink, the cat and the mouse, despite being so small in size, have the power to scare and chase away someone as strong as a lion. Her dog's bravery has been compared to that of a tiger's anger rage. But Custard, being a ferocious, strong animal, is completely opposite to his physical description. And instead of being brave, he looks nice, he looks decent, he shows decency. Being a dragon shows politeness, shows humility, and instead he should have been full of rage, courage, ferociousness, strength, but he is totally a complete creature. He is totally a complete animal. Belinda used to tickle the dragon without stopping, and she did it quite cruelly to make it laugh. It should be noted here that tickling is a very soft touch on the body and is related to softness. Since the dragon was such a coward, tickling worked on him. It does not work on rough bodies. Hence, it's another proof of the dragon's softness. It was named as Percival by Ink, Blink, and Mustard. Seeing the dragon react to tickling made all of them laugh, and they laughed, sitting in the wagon at the cowardly dragon. So, we can say that being a harsh creature, Custard showed signs of politeness and humility. So, children, what can we portray the characteristic feature of Custard? That Custard, being a little creature, he was little creature, but he was a very strong and you can say ferocious, rageful animal. But still, what he did, he showed signs of humility. So, children, taking a pause over here, we'll continue the rest part of the poem in our next class. Thank you and Sairam. Have a great day ahead.